Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the U.S. Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion? Create the moment that you want to last forever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
Week after week, John Cena has stood in that ring and defended his U.S. title against anyone brave enough to answer him.
From cocky young upstarts wanting their shot at the crown to the most grizzled veterans, John Cena has taken them all on and put them all down. You have to admire Cena for continuing this open challenge. He's elevated the US title by putting it on the line every Monday night.
And the way Cena has been able to adapt to whoever answers his call has also been so impressive to watch.
Let's not sugarcoat it, guys. Cena's ego is a big part of this open challenge. This is about pride, and sooner or later, someone's going to come snap him out of it.
It is a bit of a double-edged sword. Defending the title against some of the best has to be taking its toll on him.
You gotta be kidding me! CM Punk answering Cena's open challenge.
The roof has come off of this building. Cena looks like he's seen a ghost.
CM Punk is coming for the United States title.
CM Punk, a man that perhaps knows John Cena better than anyone else in the entire WWE.
Challenge elevating the United States Championship, but let's not forget that Punk has set the standard for what it means to be the best in the world. He takes every opportunity he can to prove it.
And that is what's so fascinating about this. Punk just doesn't want to beat Cena. He wants to remind everyone that when you mention the great champions, his name comes first.
If anyone can match John Cena's fighting spirit, it might just be CM Punk.
Yeah, and Punk isn't walking into this one blind either. He's faced Cena and beaten him on some of the biggest stages possible already.
And there's some added motivation for Punk here, guys. He is dead set on adding that title to his resume.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk! And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, John Cena!
Cena defending the title against anyone, anytime, and tonight, it's CM Punk's time.
A lot of interesting competitors have answered Cena's open challenge over the past few months. But Punk coming out here might be his biggest showdown yet.
There's no might about it, Cole. This is the biggest challenge yet. And this one certainly feels more personal. Punk has always resented Cena, and for a time he had Cena's number with multiple victories against the franchise.
I think Punk might be a bit jealous of what John's been able to accomplish since winning the title at WrestleMania. Punk's never held the US title, and you know he'd like to win it and become an even better champ than Cena.
The John Cena US Open Challenge has already given so many opportunities to up-and-coming talent in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, even Bad News Barrett.
All great competitors, no doubt, but none of those talents are on the level of CM Punk.
I'm right here, guys!
And Cena's starting to falter here.
Punk's technical prowess is proving hard to handle for Cena here.
This is going to be a close contest. Punk and Cena have such different and effective styles in the ring.
Yeah, every moment of this match is going to be dripped in drama, as every near fall could be the one to end it. Can Punk's clever tactics really neutralize Cena's raw power? Or is Cena's heart and fighting spirit going to prove too much for the Second City Saint to overcome? And what does that title mean to each man?
Oh, a clothesline after the knee to the face.
I'm just going to ask this. Why has it taken CM Punk so long to answer the US Open Challenge? Is Punk intimidated by Cena nowadays? Remember, the last time these two stood face-to-face in the ring, Cena defeated Punk to earn a spot at WrestleMania.
Punk is not intimidated by any opponent. A part of me thinks Cena probably expected Punk to be one of his first challengers, and I don't know. I kind of felt like someone else was meant to answer the challenge, but Punk did it instead. Right here, right now,
Nice takedown. Stack them up
For the title!
That's an unusual decision.
Maybe looking to deal some more damage first.
To the sky. Oh, brutal miscalculation.
Great anticipation. Guys, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades, and I've never seen a fighting champion quite like John Cena right now.
But you're right, Cole. Granting weekly title shots to mystery opponents is gutsy on a level even the greatest champions in launching.
Wow, cross body! This is what it's going to take. You have to go all out if you want that title. Up and connecting with the Falcon Arrow. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Yeah, you can just tell that Punk's outthinking Cena right now.
And one punch connects after another. Maybe not. He cuts the pin attempt short.
Oh. John Cena's been holding open challenges for nearly 4 months. Week in and week out, he's told the locker room, up high, crossbody from the top. And this is a moment we've seen so rarely. John Cena's U.S. title might finally be slipping out of his grasp.
Axe handle finds the mark.
Uh-oh.
Right into the ring post. What impact. Nice counter by Cena.
We've seen it once, we've seen it 1,000 times. It always works. Look out. Driven down hard.
He's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something?
Flying. Tremendous impact.
CM Punk looking to end things here. GTS connects. Championship on the line. This could be it.
He kicks out somehow.
I thought we were about to crown a new champ, but I guess not.
Punk took his best shot, gave him
Blast off. Splash. Looking for the pin, but was that enough? 2.
And the new U.S. champion, CM Punk.
Here is your winner, and the new United States Champion, CM Punk.
Gentlemen, I think this is the start of a whole new chapter for CM Punk. He is the new United States Champion.
Punk just outsmarted, outlasted, and outperformed Cena tonight.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best, or is being phenomenal more your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
CM Punk, the best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Punk has battled legends at WrestleMania. He's stolen the show. He's made history here. This is a familiar spot for CM Punk to be in. But AJ Styles, this is his first WrestleMania. His first time ever being on a stage this big. And Punk is well aware of that. No doubt, Punk's counting on that fact.
Yes, but it's not for a lack of talent or preparedness on Styles' part. Punk's not going to underestimate Styles just because he hasn't been to the dance, because he knows that AJ Styles can pick up the choreography quicker than just about anyone.
This is huge.
Well, much like every person in this 100,000-plus crowd in hand, I have goosebumps like I've never felt before. This is going to be an all-time classic. And it may have taken years for AJ Styles to make it to WWE, but he is here now, competing on the biggest stage possible.
The biggest stage possible with the biggest bragging rights on the line. Who really is the best in the world?
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Styles soaking it all in, the magnitude of this moment, of this match.
AJ Styles finally where he's always belonged, on the grandest stage at this showcase of the Immortals. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We're about to witness a classic for the ages, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best in the world, CM Punk. These two have come so far, but they have always been destined to meet here.
And this one should... Be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle the pressure, but can Styles? Oh, rough in the way there. We are so lucky to be seeing CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. Well, they have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight, and on the biggest stage possible, CM Punk versus AJ Styles was tailor-made for WrestleMania.
Slips out of the hole and applies a rear waistlock.
Both CM Punk and AJ Styles are known to attract followers, whether it's a club or a society. Each man frequently has backup at their beck and call.
Well, I will thank you for not bringing up the new Nexus, Michael Cole, but I will tell you this much. I firmly believe this match will be a one-on-one affair. When it's a match of this caliber on a stage as big as WrestleMania, you don't want to leave any doubt as to who the better man is, and that doubt sets in the moment that reinforcements come into play.
Executed arm drag.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can tell you that they both have a chip on their shoulder tonight. They're excited to be competing against one another for sure, but both men believe they should be in the main event of this show every year.
Given the immense in-ring talent, I can fully believe it, and I fully expect both men to earn a main event spot at some point in the future. But right now, CM Punk and AJ Styles will have to settle for stealing the show this year.
Making the climb to the top rope.
From the top. Well-placed punch, ugly, but effective response.
Turns it around. Oh, did you hear that?
Barbaric clubbing blow.
And now he's back into the ring. Big night for AJ Styles, making... Here we go.
Whoa, look out. No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Again? He's been...
Blast off.
Oh, no, referee falling prey to the chaos in the ring.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Momentum is really on Punk's side. And
AJ Styles.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold. And this one should be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle the pressure, but can Styles?
On a well-placed calf kick there.
We are so lucky to be seeing CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. Well, they have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight, and on the biggest stage possible.
Watch out! You gotta be kidding me!
Wiping out the competition, but also possibly yourself.
And Punk making his way back to the ring. Lift off through the air and connects.
What a crushing impact on the outside. Kids, do not try that at home.
Neither one of these men are going to hold back in this one, are they?
Absolutely not. And both Punk and Styles are incredibly capable of getting down and dirty when they have to. There may be a great deal of respect in this match, but there's also a lot of pride on the line. Neither Punk nor Styles will hesitate to pull out all the stops on each other in this match, and I personally cannot wait to see it.
Big night for AJ Styles making his WrestleMania debut. Face first. Setting up. Oh, and wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my...
Face first. Setting up. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi,
and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
He might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to...
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back gone to sleep. Will that sum this up for Punk?
2. Oh, not yet. They just got the shoulder up.
I don't know where AJ gets this from. He dug down deep to kick it.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet knee. Down with a GTS. Styles wasn't ready. It could be over.
There's 2. And Punk gets the big win over Styles.
Here is your winner,
You can't deny that both Punk and Styles gave their all in this match. Truly, we just witnessed a match for the ages.
And while AJ was just as phenomenal as he claims to be, CM Punk put his foot down and made perfectly clear to both AJ and the entire WWE Universe that he truly is the best in the world.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get into the front of the line to beat Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
The man looking to end the career of Kurt Angle with a loss tonight, CM Punk.
The following is Kurt Angle's farewell match and is a submission match. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk has gladly accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the amateur wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match. His chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing their respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
At long last, Kurt Angle... CM Punk face off inside a WWE ring. And on the biggest stage here at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle is set to retire tonight, and CM Punk jumped at the chance to be the one to send him off into the sunset.
Look, I know Punk respects Angle, but this could also be a career-defining moment for Punk. Can the best in the world put the Olympic gold medalist on the shelf for good in a submission match?
We'll find out right here. CM Punk said he loves Kurt, but he'll not be sorry to put Kurt Angle down for good.
Lift off. Misses big time. Oh.
And Wade, long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding. CM Punk and Kurt Angle were positioned as the premier attractions. Punk being the young upstart with a groundswell of support behind him, and Angle being the veteran, the true...
Taking flight.
Oh, and nobody's there.
Oh, what a clubbing blow. Reversal, and that turns things around.
Just clubbing down.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move. Muscles their opponent up.
CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy it would be to put him down. What kind of mind games are those?
It's a stroke of genius in my view, Cole. As much as you want to paint him as a hypocrite, Punk has been great at confusing Angle, disarming Kurt, allowing Kurt to bring his guard down, only for an opportunity to stab him
from way up. Diving double axe handle. And are you kidding me? He's going up again? Look out!
Crossbody from the top.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Face first.
Setting up. It's locked. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here.
Kick on the money. And just check out the face of Angle after that.
Ooh, snaps the leg across the head.
I talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense. The Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American hero. You gents, correct me if I'm wrong, is like a legendary baseball player taking his final swings at the plate. He may not have much left, but he still may hit a home run.
Very true, Wade. You said that correctly. I'm very proud of the American that you've become.
For Kurt Angle, you can't remain as great as you once were, but you can be great one more time.
Can Angle withstand much more of this?
Angle's having trouble dealing with the best in the world. Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
No matter how we got here, this is a match that people have been wanting to see.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights. Oh, GTS.
Is it the finishing touch Punk needs? Oh. And Kurt escapes danger.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the Anaconda vice grip.
And this hold is getting tight, and the rope will force the hold to be released. That gets reversed on CM Punk.
Kohina clutch! Kohina clutch! Kohina clutch is in. Time to go night-night. CM Punk, does he have the wherewithal to break the submission? Yes! Yes, he does.
Calf kick finds the mark.
executed submission hold. Locked in deep.
Will we see a tap? And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here. Big time height on that kick.
CM Punk hoists his opponent.
The God Sleep GTS from Punk. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
Wow,
one last gasp effort, and that'll do it.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark. Boom.
Triangle armbar, submission hold in. Absolutely trapped. Nowhere to go.
And must submit. After all that punishment, he had no choice but tap out.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
This was one to remember. And certainly a victory CM Punk will never forget. Forcing Kurt Angle to tap out to end his career with a loss here at the showcase of the Immortals.
A fitting end to an incredible career. Kurt leaves here a warrior who can hold his head high with pride. Angle gave so much to this industry, and we thank him for all he's done.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer. Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this. Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link. And tonight, it will be the battleground for CM Punk and The Fiend.
Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing The Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
Yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and The Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, the Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside hell in a cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight the Fiend, you survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with the Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for the Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
Or you can prepare for a wrestler. You can prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Not flinching at the steel structure, not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the Devil's playground with the Devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him.
I can't imagine what's going through Punk. Mind right now, not only taking on the Fiend, but being locked inside the Hell in a Cell with that monster at the showcase of the Immortals.
His nerves have to be shot. As calculated as Punk is in the ring, there's no way he could possibly figure out what the Fiend is about to unleash on him.
He won't know where, when, or how it's coming. All he can be sure of is that it's gonna be brutal.
Oh! Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was the Fiend, before he was Bray Wyatt, the man under that mask was actually a follower of CM Punk.
Yeah, shortly before Bray Wyatt found his way, he was part of CM Punk's new nexus under a different name. You have to wonder if whatever's left of Bray's psyche under that mask still has some respect for Punk. If so, I wonder if the best in the world can somehow use that to gain a mental advantage.
Oh, spinning heel kick. Spinning heel kick. And And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk shifting things to his favor against the Fiend.
Ooh, and he stops that offense. Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against The Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a case where I just might.
This might be one of the most psychological matches we'll ever witness in the history of WWE.
The Fiend started laying his groundwork. Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now...
Not sure what he's thinking, letting go here. Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Go to sleep. That could ground Bray for good.
Going for the cover. CM Punk beats the Fiend.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. Three-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee! CM Punk's wife is here after a decade!
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true. But that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
comes the best couple in the world.
From Chicago, Illinois, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
CM Punk and AJ Lee have both accomplished so much as individuals. Both have Hall of Fame credentials in WWE. Both have made their mark outside the business too, but the thing that means most to each of these competitors is standing right next to them. Punk and AJ are at their best together, and they're about to show the world exactly why.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and crazy is her superpower. Both of them are about to make a lot of noise tonight.
Punk and AJ have always felt like they were better than the likes of Miz and Maurice, especially when it comes to competing in WWE. Well, tonight's their chance to prove it.
Now for a real power couple in the form of the It Couple.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Maurice and The Miz.
And this is what it looks like to be truly in sync, to truly be as one, as a partnership, as a team, as a unit. The Miz and Maurice, 100% on the same page, which is more than we can say for CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Look, Punk and AJ may have less experience as a team, but you can't really buy that they're anything less than a cohesive unit. These two really can't get enough of each other, can they?
It's called being happily married. Miz and Maurice are clearly the gold standard when it comes to marital and in-ring bliss. A power couple and tag team truly deserving of the spotlight.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight in only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like the Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match player.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maurice a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maurice has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the side of her husband. I wonder if we see Maurice put a bit more effort to take command of this match tonight to prove that she can get back to the top of the women's division all by herself.
A lot of variables at play in this intergender tag match. All four competitors have been subject to mixed tag rules before, where the men could only fight the men and vice versa. But tonight, intergender fighting is allowed.
And I know both Maurice and AJ Lee have that chip on their shoulder. Maurice has always looked down on CM Punk and would love nothing more than hurting the best in the world. And let's not forget that AJ Lee used to be general manager of Raw, where Miz was a constant nuisance.
Shoulders down, this could be it. Shockingly fast kick out by Lee.
too much gas left in the tank. More damage needs to be done here. Bones.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in incoming
All the way to the outside.
and now is as good a time as any to retreat from our announce desk from the top.
Good Lord, taking flight.
And now is perhaps the time to do whatever you can to tag your partner.
Quick takedown. The Miz just getting beat down.
Yeah, the It Couple's spotlight's really being dimmed right now. Punk and AJ are absolutely rolling.
Situating her in the ring corner right here.
Ooh, wicked form.
Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. He's fight his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because, and a quick schoolboy out of nowhere.
She doesn't even get a count of one.
I am honestly at a loss for words right now. Tag in the corner. Oh, shot to the gut. Oof. Caught a back elbow for that trouble.
Dueling reversals.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder at 211 days.
But that record was surpassed by the other woman in this match, AJ Lee. So not only is AJ Lee a better competitor in the women's division, she's a better diva too.
And she's able to fight Maurice off.
A strong forearm.
Maurice is caught.
Taken down with a crucifix.
The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer. Their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher. But there's one aspect of this that the It Couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one. Experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long...
Tag made. Double team coming. Up to the top rope. Way up high.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left. And straight into the pin attempt. 2. There it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
In what may be one of the most emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side every step of the way.
And there's nobody
What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness.